Hurricane Melissa batters the southeast Bahamas. Exuma and Ragged Island brace for impact. Tonight on our news, the winds picking up, the rains moving in, and residents feeling the force. This as Long Islanders brace for Hurricane Melissa. From boarding of homes to securing boats, residents say they've been getting ready for days. Our coverage continues across the country and the region with scenes from Jamaica, the hardest hit. Plus,
out of the just over 1,400 Southern Islanders evacuated ahead of Hurricane Melissa, officials tell us only 10% of them sought refuge in shelters like this one. I'm Berthany McDermott. I'll bring you those details in our news tonight.
Then in our news at 7:30, the Davis administration remains on high alert tonight as Hurricane Melissa moves across the south. The PM telling Parliament his government is ready to act. Our news live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to our news live at 7. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Candino Knowles. As Hurricane Melissa moves north of Bahamas, now in its path, government wrapping up a massive 36-hour evacuation exercise. Planes in and out of the Southern Islands all night and into this morning, just as the storm slammed Jamaica as a Category 5. The Prime Minister of Jamaica calling the damage devastating, with homes destroyed and communities flooded. But here at home, the DPM says hundreds have been safely moved and are now being cared for on New Providence. Berthany McDermott, he tells us only about 10% of those evacuees are using government shelters.
Out of the 1,485 people evacuated from the Southern Islands, only about 10% sought refuge in government shelters. Disaster Risk Management Authority Managing Director Aaron Sargent made the revelation during an inspection of the New Providence Community Center with DPM Chester Cooper and Minister Leon Lundy. Sargent says the team worked through the night, completing the operation in just over 36 hours.
We are housing approximately 78 at the New Providence Community Center.
Evacuation orders covered Acklands, Crooked Islands, Mayaguana, Inagua, and others. Many now feeling the storm's impact, though some residents chose to stay behind.
So we do have some limited contact. As we know, services are down, utility services are down due to planned shutdowns. And again, we have advised residents to heed the evacuation orders. The evacuation order clearly stated that you are to evacuate off of island. If you fail to heed that order, then you may be cutting yourself off from support.
DPM Cooper calling it the largest evacuation in Bahamian history. He visited evacuees and said they're safe and comfortable.
Naturally, people prefer to be home, but they all seem very understanding. And we see children and mothers and fathers and community is still together. People know each other here. Most people here are from Acklands and some from Inagua. So it's a good community still.
Now officials tell us they are prepared to house these evacuees until Sunday. After that point, they will make the determination on when they will be able to go home. Reporting for our news, I'm Berthany McDermott.
All right, thanks for that, Berthany. And the Davis administration closely monitoring the storm as it moves across the southern Bahamas. Prime Minister Philip Davis, he told Parliament his government stands ready to respond. We'll have his statements from on the House of Assembly floor coming up at 7:30. And we will check in with meteorologist Greg Thompson on Melissa's path in just a bit. But now to the Exumas, where residents are feeling the impact. Our Joshua Williams, he's there to witness last-minute preparations. And Josh, Greg says you should be feeling tropical storm force winds and rains right now. Can you tell us about the conditions on the ground?
Good evening, Candino. Well, I'm certainly standing in it and feeling it right now. We're currently on the balcony of our hotel room, and as you can see, just behind me, the winds are blowing. The sea is to my left in the back there, so we're feeling that sea breeze. A number of cars are still on the road. We see security personnel riding around. We see police officers riding around. The wind, like I said, it's just blowing. The rain has slowed down. a bit as the system moves throughout the area, and Greg could probably give more insight on this. It's moving a bit faster now at about 11 miles per hour, so at about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, we expect that system to move out of this area. The electricity has been out since about 1 o'clock this afternoon. We were on the road from early, and even as the wind and rain started this morning, residents were still out doing last-minute shopping.
From as early as this morning, light rain fell across the island as winds picked up. My cameraman Darnell and I took to the streets early as the day progressed. Trees swaying in the wind, branches falling into the road, and seas raging, much of the surf splashing up on rocks and beaches. Despite the looming threat, residents were out and about this morning, creating long lines at food stores. We spoke to the owner of Prime Island Meats, Ron Kemp.
I think if we can't get stuff here for 2 weeks, I would have food, but the other foods, we could probably last about a month. But it's serious, the hurricanes are serious.
I met Vincent Johnson, who was a truck driver.
Boat came in late last night, and the weather came down this morning, so it sort of put a damper on everything.
We also went to Smitty's convenience store, where shoppers had emptied shelves and freezers. There we met Deputy Chief Counsellor Monique Molly, who was gathering supplies for the island's command center.
If anybody needs assistance before it really do impact us, people are on the road getting last minute stuff. We have people requesting tarps for their roofs.
On our way to the command center, we saw several Bahamas Power and Light trucks. Workers carrying out work with electricity reportedly on and off throughout the day across the island.
We have down power line, sparked the fire. We're investigating it right now. So we're asking persons in the area to just be cautious.
Now, of course, Kendino, we're going to go inside as soon as we're done. We're going to ride out the storm inside. Now in the morning, the focus will be on assessment and just officials going around the island, especially to Little Lake, where they encourage residents to leave their homes, to go to the shelters, to go to the command center. So we invite you to stay tuned to our social media pages, especially in the morning, where we'll have an update from officials as long as those assessment images. Kendino?
All right, thanks so much, our Joshua Williams in Exuma for us tonight. Thanks so much, Josh, and guys, be safe. Meanwhile, residents in Long Island also bracing, boarding up, securing boats, and stocking up on supplies. With Melissa's strong winds and heavy rain already hitting, fisherman Marvin Cartwright says the community taking no chances.
Who needs to evacuate has already done so. Who doesn't, I hope they do so as soon as possible. But right now we're experiencing about light rain in some areas, and I guess as the outer bounds get closer, we get a little waves of weather. Sometimes it blows a little harder, and then sometimes you'll get a little calm spell with speedy rain, and also the rain stops. But right now, everyone, prepared.
And Cartwright says communication has been strong, with residents and officials coordinating through WhatsApp groups and community networks.
We have a bunch of chats. So we have one called the Long Island Fishermen, and that's a big fishing community. So everybody who is on the chat, who's not on the chat, knows somebody in every community. And we already have a list of persons who are Starlink throughout the settlements that is willing to keep everybody up to date and whatnot.
And now to Jamaica, where one Bahamian student who survived Hurricane Melissa is now sharing his harrowing story. Justin Jadort, a senior at Northern Caribbean University, says part of the ceiling tore off as his family hunkered down during the storm. The scariest part, he says, he hasn't heard from his sister since Tuesday morning.
I haven't been able to reach her as yet. I'm not gonna panic. Like I said, just assume it's because of power outage and signal and instability. So.
All right, and we've got some disastrous images emerging from Jamaica as we speak with residents there. That's coming up in our World News segment. But we go now to the Weather Center, where meteorologist Greg Thompson is standing by. And Greg, if any to be found right now, there's at least some good news about Melissa's strength. Thankfully, she's been weakened from Cat 5 to Cat 1. We're learning out of Long Island that maybe the conditions there are a little bit more intense. What can you tell us now?
Well, if you notice behind me with the satellite imagery, you see some bright reds. That's some thunderstorms. So Melissa's actually trying to get her back together again. as it exits the area. But yeah, hurricane force winds extended yesterday 30 miles from the center. That doubled actually earlier. It's about 60 miles. So everybody who's very close to the center of circulation, that includes the islands of Long Island, Acklands, and Crooked, is where they pass. And I think they got some reports earlier. I saw some reports out of Crooked Island. There's a little weather station there. They had wind speeds up to 60 or 70 miles per hour. So yeah, they are in that core. And most of the showers and thunderstorms starting to flare right back up. It's moved over some stronger warmer waters, a little shear. At the 5 p.m. position, 22.9 degrees north, 74.8 west. Winds are up to 90 miles per hour, and its movement is towards the northeast at 60 miles per hour. Has picked up that speed, and the system will continue to race towards the north and east. Moving out of our area, we expect the system to race off to the northeast and into the very cooler waters by the weekend, what we call the hurricane graveyard. But yeah, Melissa has done a bit of a job across our area. We're waiting to see some of those images from what damages we may have sustained. Back to you, Candino.
All right, thanks so much for that, Greg. And now we take a look at storms of the century, from Andrew to Katrina, Irma, Maria, and Dorian. Some of the most destructive storms ever recorded, and now Melissa is adding its name to that list. Our news anchor, Atalia Hall, takes a look.
In the past 3 decades, the Atlantic has seen a string of monster hurricanes like Andrew in 1992, flattening South Florida, destroying hundreds of homes in the Bahamas, and costing millions in damage. There was also the twin storms of 2004, Jean and Francis, that impacted the northern Bahamas. Then came Katrina in 2005, claiming more than 1,800 lives and costing over $160 billion. Then Irma and Maria in 2017, leaving a combined 3,000 deaths across the Caribbean and billions more in destruction. But for Bahamians, Dorian is a storm that changed everything. A Category 5 storm with 185 miles per hour winds that stalled for nearly 2 days over Abaco and Grand Bahama. It left many people dead, hundreds missing, and caused billions of dollars in damage, the costliest disaster in Bahamian history. And now Hurricane Melissa became another Category 5. Its slow movement, similar to Dorian, over Jamaica brought catastrophic damage. Then the storm sped up across eastern Cuba. And tonight, forecasters say the southeastern Bahamas should brace for powerful winds, flooding, and heavy rain as Melissa moves closer. Experts say storms like Andrew, Katrina, Irma, Maria, Dorian, and now Melissa show a new era of stronger and more destructive hurricanes, and serves as a clear reminder of why preparation saves lives. Reporting for our news, I'm Atalia Hall.
Thanks, Greg. And still to come on our news.
After much speculation, the Free National Movement announcing they will contest the upcoming by-election in Golden Isles. I'm Berthany McDermott. I'll bring you those details in our news tonight.
Coming up in sports, not much stays in life better than being in college and being able to make money, like real money. One-track superstar is about to do just that. You gotta love the NIL era.
Pages. Hey, Greg Thompson here, and thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that follow button. And if you want to see more content like this, follow all of our news social media pages. And hey, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team you already trust.
You gotta catch the Charlie Bahamas show this week. We're coming from Superwash with Hope and Cookie. Today looking for Charlie Banana.
That's Charlie Banana.
Catch the show. Uh-oh, I hear them. Hurry up, catch the show. Cable Bahamas Channel 212.
I know
Hope's real name. Where did Cookie come from?
Nobody seems to know.
Do you know?
No.
Catch the Charlie Bahama new season every Friday, 8 p.m. on Cable Bahamas Channel 212.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, so let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with Rev and Alive Fiber on channel 747 and 748.
What do you get when you're searching for the whole truth?
Less than 24 hours after the body of 12-year-old was discovered on a track road on Faith Avenue, police say they...
You get the most comprehensive half hour of news.
Breach of the party's constitution. Behind me is what remains of the Victoria Court Apartment Complex.
Our News at 7 brings you that truth in all of the day's top stories, sports, and our view of the world. Join me, Kendino Knowles, weeknights for Our News at 7. Stay with the team you already trust.
From 2017, one show has set the standard for current affairs in the Bahamas, and that's On the Record, one of the longest running current affairs shows on RTV. We've been the place where newsmakers come to talk. We've sat down.
Welcome to Our Sports at 7, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Marknut. Let's do show. Another rising Bahamian track and field superstar has joined the Puma family and is taking advantage of name, image, and likeness opportunities as an NCAA athlete. Jamia Nabi, the Texas Longhorn sprinter, reportedly inked an NIL deal with Puma as she heads to Austin for her freshman season. Nabi first rose to regional prominence at the 50th Carifta Games when she pulled off the sprint double with gold in the 100 and 200 meters.
Different paths, but still winning time for VJ Edgecombe and Buddy Hield in the NBA Tuesday night. The Philadelphia 76ers remain unbeaten with a fourth quarter rally that led to a 139-134 overtime win over the Washington Wizards at the Capital One Center in Washington, D.C. On the West Coast, Buddy Hield struggled to find playing time for the second consecutive game, but the Warriors continued to dominate at home at the Chase Center. Hield scored just 2 points in 10 minutes of the Warriors' 96-78 win over the Los Angeles Clippers.
In our Mangos Minute, we recap the latest from the University of the Bahamas men's basketball and soccer teams. For Mangos basketball, the UB showcase continued, and Kavara Russell had another dominant performance, leading UB to a 92-81 win over the Bahamas Department of Corrections challengers at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. Russell led all scorers with 30 points, while Jeremiah Miller had 29 and 10 boards. Terrence Higgs had 18 and 3 blocks. The Mingos return to action November 4th at 7 p.m. when they take on Nassau Flight Services back at Kendall Isaacs. On the soccer pitch, the Mingos opened their men's league campaign in dominant fashion with a 5-0 win over the Western Warriors. Philip Pilgrim netted a hat trick to power the clean sheet win at the Roscoe Davies soccer field. Ronaldo Green and Claire Javinsky Claire Juice, at 10YS we call him CJ, also added goals on the night. The Mingos are back on the pitch tonight against Renegades FC. That'll do it for Our Sports. Stay tuned to Our News at 7:30 for details on these stories and more.
When Our News comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as disastrous images emerge as Jamaica gets a direct hit by Hurricane Melissa as a Cat 5 storm. Plus, U.S. President Donald Trump says the United States is prepared to send aid to Jamaica. And we'll tell you the thousands displaced as Hurricane Melissa brings heavy rains to Haiti when Our News returns.
What do you get when you're searching for the whole truth?
Less than 24 hours after the body of 12-year-old was discovered on a track road on Faith Avenue, police say they...
You get the most comprehensive half hour of news.
Breach of the party's constitution. Behind me is what remains of the Victoria Court Apartment Complex.
Our News at 7 brings you that truth in all of the day's top stories, sports, and our view of the world. Join me, Kendino Knowles, weeknights for Our News at 7. Stay with the team you already trust.
From 2017, one show has set the standard for current affairs in the Bahamas, and that's On the Record, one of the longest running current affairs shows on RTV. We've been the place where newsmakers come to talk. We've sat down with leaders in government, cultural icons, industry leaders, and international experts. From breaking news to in-depth analysis, our conversation sets the tone for the nation. We've tackled the biggest issues on the planet, held world leaders accountable, and given voice to the people. From politics to culture, business to the environment, no topic is off limits. Join us every Thursday at 8 p.m. and again on Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Catch us streaming live on Facebook or catch up with your favorite episodes on our YouTube channel. 9 seasons strong, and we're just getting started. This is On the Record.
At RBC, we're proud to support Alive's Ultimate Business Makeover campaign for a second year. We know that micro, small, and medium businesses are vital to our economy. They drive innovation and, more importantly, they create jobs. By investing in their growth, we're fostering economic success, and together we can pave the road to a thriving business community.
And I was just telling my friend I wish I could get my Our News updates sent to my phone, like a WhatsApp message or something, you know?
Haven't you heard?
Well, who say that?
It's me, Jerome, your news godfather, and I'm here to update your life.
Well, how do you plan to update my life exactly? Because I don't think I'm understanding. Care to elaborate?
Our News has launched its broadcast channel, so now most important updates come straight to your WhatsApp.
Dad, so you tell me that I have access to real-time updates and news at 7:30?
Yes, you get it first and direct and unfiltered.
Okay.
Welcome back. The Free National Movement putting speculation to rest Wednesday, telling reporters it will contest the upcoming by-election. Berthany McDermott has the details.
The Free National Movement will be contesting the by-election in Golden Isles.
After much speculation, the Free National Movement announced that their candidate, Brian Brown, will be on the ballot this upcoming by-election. The announcement comes days before nomination day and just over 3 weeks away from the by-election.
He has been listening to the cries of the residents when they talk about the broken promises of this administration.
Yes. And as the by-election fever heats up, Brown telling us why he believes he will be successful in this upcoming by-election.
I feel confident. I'm no stranger to Golden Isles. I live there. I drive on the streets. I shop in the food store with them. Yes. They know me.
The Golden Isles seat became vacant after the sudden death of former MP Vaughn Miller back in September. Since then, the Progressive Liberal Party ratified Darren Pickstock as the party's candidate, and the Coalition of Independents ratified Brian Roll. Over the past few days, the PLP has flooded the area and has begun doing work in the constituency.
And the PLP now has come with the same old playbook that they have used, where they have been missing for 4 years in addressing the concrete issues of the community. They have not provided the help and the resources to the people of Golden Isles, despite the persistent cries. They have not undergirded the Member of Parliament they had in Golden Isles. And now, 30 days out from an election, they finally realize that there are some roads that need to be paved.
Pintard accusing the government of the same tactic during the West Grand Bahama and Bimini by-election in 2023. Brown telling us he's been long pushing for the upgrades that are now being addressed.
I've been asking them to take care of these roads, Spikenard Road, Unison Road, Ramsey Street, Carmichael Road, and they could do it in less than 4 days. So they're all over Golden Isles. Because after this election, bushcracking, they'll be gone.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Berthany McDermott.
We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. At first light Wednesday, Jamaica woke to devastation. Hurricane Melissa slammed into the island as a Category 5 storm, destroying homes, overturning cars, and flooding entire communities like Black River. Prime Minister Andrew Holness declared the entire island a disaster area, saying Jamaica has been ravaged. Hospitals lost power, landslides cut off rural areas, and search and rescue teams still deployed, though no deaths have been confirmed.
A lot of my friends' house is gone. Nice home in Black River, Westmoreland.
All the fruit tree, the food, and everything wash away.
Yesterday was very windy, scary. We have to run all the way up to my daughter and my next daughter home for safety. Yes, it was so terrible. The sea was coming in like crazy, digging down, the sand coming down, so we have to evacuate very fast.
The future of Jamaica now is just pick up your pieces and see what you can move on to. Because there's no other little thing you can do. Just pick up your pieces, clean it up, and see what we can move on to. And if we get some help, we appreciate it. And if we don't get it, what we got to do, we got to move on to it same way. You got to pick up your tools in your hand. The claw bar and the hammer, the machete, the spade, and move on to the future same way. Hoping for the never to see a storm like this again.
Meanwhile, United States President Donald Trump says the U.S. is ready to help.
Well, we have to. On a humanitarian basis, we have to. So we're watching it closely and we're prepared to move. But, it's doing tremendous damage. It's, as we speak, it's right there right now.
Melissa, forcing thousands of Haitians into church shelters in Port-au-Prince, already crowded with people fleeing gang violence. Makeshift camps flooded as the storm drenched the capital and western towns like Lekki. Authorities in Haiti and Dominican Republic have reported at least 4 deaths. Still to come in our news, today in history, find out interesting facts about the day that was October 29th. Then in our news at 7:30. And why the leader of the Free National Movement says more could have been done to assist evacuated Southern Islanders. The story when our news returns.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, so let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with the Rev and the Live Fiber on channel 747 and 748.
What do you get when you're searching for the whole truth?
Less than 24 hours after the body of 12-year-old was discovered on a track road on Faith Avenue, police say they...
You get the most comprehensive half hour of news.
Breach of the party's constitution. Behind me is what remains of the Victoria Court apartment complex.
Our news at 7 brings you that truth in all of the day's top stories, sports, and our view of the world. Join me, Kendino Knowles, weeknights for Our News at 7. Stay with the team you already trust.
From 2017, one show has set the standard for current affairs in the Bahamas, and that's On the Record, one of the longest running current affairs shows on RTV. We've been the place where newsmakers come to talk. We've sat down with leaders in government, cultural icons, industry leaders, and international experts. From breaking news to in-depth analysis, our conversation sets the tone for the nation. We've tackled the biggest issues on the planet, held world leaders accountable, and given voice to the people. From politics to culture, business to the environment, no topic is off limits. Join us every Thursday at 8 p.m. and again on Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Catch us streaming live on Facebook or catch up with your
On this day in Bahamian history in 1912, George Basil Haddon Smith sworn in as governor. 8 years later, artist Amos Ferguson, born in Great Exuma. In 2013, Kofi Goodman sentenced to death for the murder of 11-year-old Marco Archer, leading to the creation of the Marco Alert. And in 2020, 38 new COVID-19 cases recorded as the pandemic raged on. To learn more about the events that shaped the day that was October 29, head over to ournews.bs and you can find all of today's top stories right at your fingertips. That's going to do it for us in News at 7. Joining us now is Megan Shepard. She's got the latest headlines. Megan?
Thank you so much, Kendino. Well, we are still tracking Hurricane Melissa. Here are your latest headlines. First tonight, whatever happens, we will rebuild, recover, and rise. Prime Minister Davis assuring residents that government stands ready as Hurricane Melissa makes her way through the country. But the opposition leader says he believes more should have been done to evacuate residents from islands projected to be hardest hit. And then,
coming up tonight in our news, residents who decided to weather the storm at home are hoping for the best. I'm Delvado Emmanuel, and that story just ahead.
and waiting for a word. President of the Jamaica Diaspora Association Bahamas explains the challenges with communication following the passage of Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. We've got the details for these stories and more when our news continues.
Southwest Plaza, come shop with us. Shop, we've got something Whether you're battling a chronic condition or offsetting a new injury, Doctors Hospital's comprehensive rehab services offer the help you need now.
Go to doctors.
3 advanced facilities at Collins Avenue, Carmichael Road, in Cable Beach means your personalized plan for care is just a visit away. From physiotherapy to occupational therapy and speech and language pathology, our team approach is all about rebuilding together. For a full list of services, visit doctorshosp.com/rehabilitation. Doctors Hospital, trusted and best care now. Isn't your health worth it?
In the Bahamas, island time is real. The history of Morris Lumber Company, established in 1945, is etched into the fabric of this proud island nation. It's a story that deserves to be celebrated in full color, and that's where we come in. Morris the Paint Place has been bringing color and vitality to homes and businesses across the Bahamas. Here, color is more than just a hue, it's a symbol of life. Together, we can paint a brighter future.
Loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Welcome to our news, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Megan Shepard. The Davis administration is keeping a close eye on Hurricane Melissa, which pounded several islands in the southern Bahamas today. The historic storm blasted western Jamaica, flooding streets, demolishing homes, damaging hospitals, knocking down trees, and washing out roadways, all before slamming into eastern Cuba and landing in southern Bahamas. Prime Minister Philip Davis told parliamentarians today his administration stands ready to respond.
As Bahamians, we know the toll of these storms, yet we also know the resilience of our people. We are prepared for this moment. And one thing is certain, whatever happens, we will rebuild, recover, and we will rise again.
The Prime Minister, who led debate on a bill to amend the Automatic Exchange of Financial Information Act, called Melissa a stark reminder of the threats of climate change.
We will continue advocating for climate justice on the world stage, demanding fair financing, and joining with other small island states to insist that the global community acts with urgency, compassion, and fairness. I am confident that we will get results from our advocacy.
Meantime, Free National Movement's leader Michael Pintard believes more should have been done by the government in the wake of Hurricane Melissa, which cut a deadly path through the Caribbean this week. The Disaster Risk Management Authority telling us late Tuesday night that around 1,400 people were evacuated from the southern islands, while some chose to remain at home. Reports coming in are that others were unable to leave. Pintard telling us he was distressed by some of the stories he heard.
We were a bit distressed that some persons were unable to be evacuated. I heard the heart-wrenching voice note from the young man in Ragged Island. Had an opportunity to speak to a young lady again who had 2 senior grandparents, 2 senior citizens who were incapacitated. They were unable to walk, and so it is our hope that all of them were assisted.
Pintard also soliciting prayers for those in the region, adding the party is committed to assisting impacted islands.
And want you to know that we have you in our prayers and in our thoughts, and in practical ways, the Free National Movement Disaster Preparedness Team will assist and work alongside with the government in making whole any residents that are negatively affected.
Now, despite a government-issued evacuation order for the Southern Islands, a handful of residents in Inagua and Mayaguana opted to remain behind, hunkering down in their homes as Hurricane Melissa lashed the region with strong winds and heavy seas. Our news, Delvado Emmanuel reports.
As Hurricane Melissa continues to churn near southern Bahamas, conditions on Great Inagua and Mayaguana deteriorated quickly. Inagua resident Richard Ingram is a local pastor and union president at Morton Salt. He says wind began picking up around 2 p.m., knocking out power and water across the island.
Everybody's indoors, trying to stay safe at this time, So we're urging people to stay indoors because the pole lines are very swinging from left to right,
Ingram says communication with local authorities has been steady, but he says shelters on the island remain closed, leaving fewer options for those who decided to stay. He estimates that fewer than 100 residents chose to evacuate, relying on generators and faith to weather the storm. Asked why he decided to stay.
I'm more in the land. I'm over the hill area. My house is firmly structured, and I'm not on the lower ground.
Over on Mayaguana, Rich is expected to feel the strongest effect of the storm. Hotel manager Arnold Alexander Brown says he also chose to remain behind, citing his responsibilities to care for livestock and maintain his small resort.
Farming, and I have a lot of animals, pigs and goats. The goats are not so bad; they would have been able to tend for themselves. But pigs, if you put more food, I can't tell them they'll eat.
I reached out to the Disaster Risk Management Managing Director for directives for those who decided not to evacuate.
As clearly spelled out in our DRM legislation, is that residents who decide not to heed the evacuation warnings cut themselves off from any support that they may have been able to get.
With power out, shelters closed, and weather quickly deteriorating, both men are hoping for the best as Melissa batters the Southern Islands. Reporting for our news, I'm Delvado Emmanuel.
All right, thanks so much, Delvado. Well, no matter how Melissa moves through the Southern Bahamas, Cable Bahamas Group of Companies Chief Information Officer Dwayne Davis says the company is ready. But he noted that right now officials are in, quote, wait-and-see mode. Hurricane Melissa made landfall in Jamaica as one of the strongest storms in history. It entered the Southern Bahamas as a Category 2 system. Davis adds Cable Bahamas Group officials have been in preparation mode since last weekend and officially began meetings on storm prep and logistics on Monday. He explained where things stand at this point.
As it stands now, what we did, we would have initiated our planning sessions from Saturday past once we saw this intensity and the speed towards Jamaica. Officially on Monday, we had our first crisis committee, what we call a hurricane preparation committee call. As it stands now on the Southern Islands, we have to work closely in collaboration with our partner BTC and BPL. All of our generators are topped up. We have our fuel plan in place. All of our critical staff has been updated. Due to the fact that we don't have a huge amount of staff on those particular islands, I think it's less than 20. We don't have too much persons to evacuate, but the key persons that work with us in our network are still there. As it stands right now, we're in a wait and see.
Davis also shared why the company made the decision to allow free calls to Jamaica earlier this week.
There's a good Jamaican population here. There's a lot of persons working to send money home with family. So the business made the decision that, you know what, from Monday until the end of the week, at the latest, we will allow free calls. So anyone dialing the 876 Jamaica area code, the call will go through. We also know that persons rely quite a bit on WhatsApp for calling. But by doing this, and the event that there's no data or Wi-Fi or internet available, we're hoping that at least you can make a call go through. So that's the reason why we did it.
Now, before powerful Hurricane Melissa made her way through our chain of islands, she made landfall in Jamaica yesterday, leaving behind a trail of destruction. It's a scene not uncommon to many in the Bahamas that have weathered powerful storms, particularly Hurricane Dorian. But these scenes of destruction, showing downed power lines, trees thrown about, destroyed homes and flooding, all depict the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa's intensity. The storm, described as one of the strongest storms in Atlantic history, made landfall at a Category 5. since the all clear was given. The nation's information minister, Morris Daxon, said that some 77% of the country was without electricity, adding that for the most part, water systems held up well. Senior UN official Dennis Zulu estimated 1 million people may have been affected by the hurricane, but notes that it could be much more. He adds that the Jamaican government has signaled that the airport could reopen on Thursday. Meantime, local government minister Desmond McKenzie is warning residents that the recovery is not going to be an easy road. He says the country's infrastructure has been severely compromised, adding that the hospital was damaged, government offices flooded, and a park for the homeless had to be evacuated. Early this afternoon, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness giving an update on X that there were no confirmed deaths on the island. He also reassured residents that relief supplies are being prepared and government is doing everything possible to restore normalcy quickly. And relatives with loved ones in Jamaica are now facing a bit of anxiety following Hurricane Melissa. President of the Jamaica Diaspora Association Bahamas, Rowan Kerr, telling our news that they have yet to receive updates from parishes most affected by the storm. He says several hours of attempts to make contact with someone on the ground were unsuccessful.
At this point, the most hit parishes in Jamaica is St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland, and a part of St. James. I am from Westmoreland, and at this point, talking to you right now, I haven't heard from no family member, no one connected to me out of that parish right now. Alive gave us free time to call Jamaica during the hurricane. I have tried from yesterday until this point, and every number that I know that I could connect with in my parish, I am not able to do so.
Kerr says once contact is made, the association will then outline how they can help with recovery efforts. Until then, the only thing they can do is wait.
I think both airports are damaged, and they're assessing right now to see what and where or which of the airports can be mobilized. So persons overseas who want to donate or want to ship things or to send things home, however, it can be done. So we have to wait until we get further notice from the officials in Jamaica.
All right, well, joining us now from the Weather Center, meteorologist Greg Thompson with the latest. Greg, what should we know about Hurricane Melissa? I know we're getting reports into our newsroom from Long Islanders. They're talking about the winds feeling a bit stronger than what they think it should feel for what was predicted. What's the explanation behind that?
Well, the explanation for that is yesterday we had the hurricane force winds extending out 30 miles from the center. Today, actually from early this morning, it expanded 60 miles. So anybody within 60 miles of the center, if that system passed across you, you are under hurricane conditions. It's still that way right now with the 5 p.m. position we showed in a short while, but you notice we had a lot of red starting to blow up around the center of circulation. That indicates this Melissa is trying to get its act together. It's likely to strengthen once again to a Category 2 storm once it exits the area, but right now the position at 5 p.m. we have that storm sitting right across our area. 22.9 degrees north, 74.8 west, winds up to 90 miles per hour. Its movement is towards the northeast at 60 miles per hour. The system will continue to race off towards the northeast. By Friday, we expect it to be in the vicinity of the Bermuda. It's a Category 2, and then we'll race off into what we call the graveyard for hurricanes. Cooler waters, but it is likely to weaken. In the meantime, the showers and thunderstorms will continue tonight. The hurricane warning still in place for the central and southeast Bahamas. The tropical storm warnings in place for the Turks and Caicos. We'll tell you more about Melissa and some nice weather expected for the weekend with a cold front on its way.
When our news comes back from the break, our friends at Alive and Automall are giving you more opportunities to drive away in a brand new Jeep this holiday season. Stay tuned as our Danielle Miller tells you how. And then Greg joins us once again in the Weather Center. He's got more on conditions across the country. Our news is back in just a moment.
In the Bahamas, island time is real. The history of Morris Lumber Company, established in 1945, is etched into the fabric of this proud island nation. It's a story that deserves to be celebrated in full color, and that's where we come in. Morris the Paint Place has been bringing color and vitality to homes and businesses across the Bahamas. Here, color is more than just a hue, it's a symbol of life. Together, we can paint a brighter future.
Your loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Things may be tough, but Wendy's got you covered. Grab a day single or chicken sandwich with a junior fries and 16-ounce beverage for just $6.95. Why choose less from the other guys when you can get more? At Wendy's, we're providing bigger bites and better deals. So purchase your Tings Tough Value Meal today. Now available at all locations excluding the airport and food truck.
Well, the road to the ultimate giveaway continues. Automall, Our News, and Alive are teaming up to celebrate decades of service and community impact. One lucky winner will drive away this holiday in a brand new 2025 Hyundai Creta, part of a campaign that also marks Cable Bahamas' 30th anniversary. For the past several weeks, our Danielle Miller has taken us inside the showrooms and shown us how it all began. In tonight's report, she highlights what executives say is the true heartbeat of the company. Take a look.
Our Automall adventures have taken us on a journey of uncovering the history of the business, the wide range of commercial vehicles they offer, and the luxurious variety of automobiles on their showroom floors. But now it's time for us to highlight the keys that make the wheels of the company turn: their employees.
My name is Anthony Williamson.
My name is Lorraine Knowles Taylor.
My name is Stephen Bullard.
My name is Stevette Mitchell.
Different departments, different stories, but one common thread: a deep commitment to a company that's become like family. Together, they represent the spirit that's kept Automall moving for decades. Dedicated, loyal, and proud of the work they do every day.
Well, I've been with this company for 35 years now.
And I've been here for 26 years.
I've been working at Automall for 37 years.
I've been here for 10 years.
And with decades of service under their belt, each of them shared the reason they've stayed so long and why Automall feels like home.
The best thing about Automall, like I said, is my customers. I love them. I also love the people that I work with.
Well, I think it's a family here. We have built a camaraderie. The people, we look to see them daily, and if we don't see one or the other, we don't see John, we say, well, is John coming today? Is he sick? You know, and even the bosses, they sometimes call and say, Williamson, I don't see you.
One of it is like everybody says, it's family oriented, and I get to train a lot of young people.
Yes, I can see myself working here for another 10 years.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Danielle Miller.
Coming up in sports, a sprinter on the fast track to superstardom inks an NIL deal with Puma. The Sixers have something going in Philly. We need to talk to Steve Kerr about Buddy, and then your Mango's Minute.
Things may be tough, but Wendy's got you covered. Grab a day single or chicken sandwich with a junior fries and 16-ounce beverage for just $6.95. Why choose less from the other guys when you can get more? At Wendy's, we're providing bigger bites and better deals. So purchase your Tings Tough Value Meal today. Now available at all locations excluding the airport and food truck.
From 2017, one show has set the standard for current affairs in the Bahamas, and that's On the Record, one of the longest-running current affairs shows on RTV. We've been the place where newsmakers come to talk. We've sat down with leaders in government, cultural icons, industry leaders, and international experts. From breaking news to in-depth analysis, our conversation sets the tone for the nation. We've tackled the biggest issues on the planet, held world leaders accountable, and given voice to the people. From politics to culture, business to the environment, no topic is off limits. Join us every Thursday at 8 p.m. and again on Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Catch us streaming live on Facebook or catch up with your favorite episodes on our YouTube channel. 9 seasons strong, and we're just getting started. This is On the Record.
Welcome to Our Sports, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Martinet. Let's do show. Another rising Bahamian track and field superstar has joined the Puma family and is taking advantage of name, image, and likeness opportunities as an NCAA athlete. Jamia Nabi, the Texas Longhorn sprinter, reportedly inked an NIL deal with Puma as she heads to Austin for her freshman season. Nabi first rose to regional prominence at the 50th Carifta Games when she pulled off the sprint double with gold in the 100 and 200 meters. Following an injury-plagued 2024, she returned to form last season, highlighted by her performance at the Carifta 2025 Games in Trinidad and Tobago, where she helped the mixed 4x4 team win silver.
Different paths, but still winning time for VJ Edgecombe and Buddy Hield in the NBA Tuesday night. The Philadelphia 76ers remain unbeaten with a fourth quarter rally that led to a 139-134 overtime win over the Washington Wizards at the Capital One Center in Washington, D.C. All of Edgecombe's field goals came from the three-point range, 4 from 8 from beyond the arc. He scored 14 points, grabbed 6 rebounds, and dished out 4 assists to help Philly overcome a 16-point fourth quarter deficit. On the season, Edgecombe is averaging 22.3 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 5.5 assists, and the 76ers look to keep their win streak going against the Boston Celtics on Friday. On the West Coast, Buddy Hield struggled to find playing time for the second consecutive game, but the Warriors continue to dominate at home at the Chase Center. Hield scored just 2 points in 10 minutes of the Warriors' 96-78 win over the Los Angeles Clippers. The Warriors are now 4-1 and will face the Milwaukee Bucks on Thursday.
In our Mangoes Minute, we recap the latest from the University of the Bahamas men's basketball and soccer teams. For Mangoes basketball, the UB showcase continued, and Kavara Russell had another dominant performance, leading UB to a 92-81 win over the Bahamas Department of Corrections challengers at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. Russell led all scorers with 30 points, while Jeremiah Miller had 29 and 10 boards. Terrence Higgs had 18 and 3 blocks. The Mangoes return to action November 4th at 7 p.m. when they take on Nassau Flight Services back at Kendall Isaacs. On the soccer pitch, the Mangoes opened their men's league campaign in dominant fashion with a 5-0 win over the Western Warriors. Philip Pilgrim netted a hat trick to power the clean sheet win at the Roscoe Davies soccer field. Ronaldo Green and Claire Javinsky Claire Juice, at 10YS we call him CJ, also added goals on the night. The Mangoes are back on the pitch tonight against Renegades FC.
I think we could have had more, but it's the first game of the season. The team had to build into it. As we go on in the game, as you can see, we gradually pick up the tempo and the pace. From all these years, Warriors have been given out to us.
That'll do it for Our Sports. This is 10YS. All right, lead story got me thinking. What would have been your dream NIL deal in college?
I mean, it's still in play. Kaizen.
That's everybody's dream NIL deal. We'll still be working though, maybe. Back to the studio.
Still ahead on our news tonight, the road to the ultimate giveaway continues. Tonight, our Danielle Miller takes a look at the heartbeat of Automall. But first, Greg steps back in the Weather Center with a complete look at your extended forecast as we continue to track Hurricane Melissa. Stick with us.
The future of energy in the Bahamas is changing, and renewable energy is leading the way. At Inti Corporation, we're proud to be a part of that change as a Bahamian-led engineering, procurement, and construction company focused on building smarter, more sustainable solutions. Whether it's through our work with the government of the Bahamas and private sector partners, or our push to bring solar and other renewable systems to more communities, we're helping to push the envelope on national energy goals.
Inti supports and shows me that we all have a part to play, no matter how small. Something as simple as turning off unused lights can help reduce our impact on the environment. At Inti, they remind us that every action counts. And with young people and the government both stepping up, it feels possible.
And it's not just talk. They're opening doors for Bahamians to train and work in renewable energy, no matter your background, proving that the key to sustainability is the sharing of knowledge. We are the future, and we take flight with INTI.
When I wake up in the morning and I take a walk outside, I see the sunshine, I see a new day, and that feeling puts a smile right on my face. I know just what to do, go to the paint place. So if you wanna clean it right the first time, go to the paint place, stop at the paint place. And if you want it to last a lifetime, go to the paint place, stop at the paint place.
Whether you're battling a chronic condition or offsetting a new injury, Doctors Hospital's comprehensive rehab services offer the help you need now.
Let's go to doctors.
3 advanced facilities at Collins Avenue, Carmichael Road, in Cable Beach means your personalized plan for care is just a visit away. From physiotherapy to occupational therapy and speech and language pathology, our team approach is all about rebuilding together. For a full list of services, visit doctorshosp.com/rehabilitation. Doctors Hospital, trusted and best care now. Isn't your health worth it?
This is our news. Welcome back. After Melissa did her job on Jamaica and Eastern Cuba as a Category 5 and a Category 4 storm, moved off the eastern tip of Cuba into the southeast and central Bahamas as a Cat 3 and then weakened to a Cat 2. The system weakened considerably, but right now you notice a lot of reds. Those are showers and thunderstorms starting to form again once around the center of circulation. Still a Category 1 storm. The 5 p.m. position places it at 22.9 degrees north, 74.8 west. Winds are up to 90 miles per hour right now. Its movement is towards the northeast quickly at 16 miles per hour. And we expect Melissa to continue to pull out towards the north and east away from us. By the time it gets out of our area, though, it's expected to re-strengthen to a Category 2. But we will have some trailing moisture across the area. Hurricane conditions still in place across the central and southeast part, and portions of the central Bahamas. Some areas near the Long Island and the Acklands area really reported some very strong winds, and that system will continue to pull away from us. Melissa will just dart off towards the northeast very quickly, passing near Bermuda by Friday as a Category 2 system, then quickly move into the extreme northeast Atlantic, where we call it the graveyard for hurricanes. And of course, we will say nothing more about Melissa, but this one will go down as a record-breaking storm in the Atlantic, and I think globally the system has done quite a bit. I'll share the water vapor quickly. We have moisture associated with Melissa. All of that is pumping out towards the north and east. But you notice a little strip there? That's a cold front. That's going to be getting in here sometime by the weekend. That's going to usher in some nice changes in the atmosphere, a relief after Melissa has pulled out. So expect some nice temperatures across the northwestern portions of the Bahamas once that system goes out there. The tropics, we still have a month left. Another area to be watching is the far northwestern Caribbean or southwestern Caribbean and into the portions of the Gulf of Mexico, and that's in early November. But of course, things will be quiet over the next several days. Future forecast showing the moisture with that system. Melissa pulling out, lots of showers and thunderstorms once again wrapping around there, and we see an eye again, and it's quickly pulling off, and some trailing moisture will be with us through the remainder of the week. Boating forecast asking you about to stay out of the water still. We still have very rough seas out there. Northwesterly winds 15 to 25 knots in the northwest Bahamas, 3 to 6 feet near shore, but up to 12 feet in the Atlantic. Central Bahamas also rough out there. West to northwest winds 15 to 25 knots, 5 to 8 foot seas, but up to 12 feet in the Atlantic and its southeast Bahamas. Seas will be running 4 to 6 feet, but they will be up to 8 feet along Atlantic exposures. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In the extended forecast, much improved weather as Melissa departs from our area, but we might see 1 or 2 showers with the cold front coming in for the weekend. But those temperatures will get down, look, 79. Nice, and you're gonna like that. Enjoy the weather and enjoy the rest of the night.
All right, thank you so much for that, Greg. And we thank you for joining us for our news tonight. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Megan Shepard. We'll see you right back here tomorrow night. Have a safe and wonderful evening.